Ohio fishermen and Division of Wildlife officials fear an Asian carp invasion could actually wipe out the state's multi-million-dollar fishing industry. ONN's Kristen Severance shows us what could happen if the carp get into the Great Lakes and Lake Erie.
We know it's there. We can't invite it in the front door. We can't let it in.
President of the Lake Erie Charter Boat Captains, Rick Unger, relies on fish to make a living. But now a certain species of fish threatens his livelihood and a multi-million-dollar industry in Ohio.
We could lose those 10,000 jobs. We could lose that $800 million a year industry because of the invasion of this species.
That species, Asian carp. Experts say these fish are furious eaters and breeders and take over every body of water they get into.
They're very large. You're looking at animals that can be 60 to over 100 pounds in length.
These things can leap 8 to 10 feet out of the water. They're very attracted to boat motors. Videos
on YouTube show the fish jumping out of the water and hitting boaters and fishermen.
If you got hit by something 40 pounds flying through the air that just hit you, it could knock you out of your boat. It could kill you.
Dear Lord.
Experts say the carp could kill all the other species and fish in the lake. Fish like walleye and yellow perch, the charter captains and commercial fishermen rely on. The carp were brought over from Asia to Arkansas in the 1970s to eat algae out of farm ponds.
But when the Mississippi flooded, they got into the Mississippi, and that's all it took. Then they just spread.
Now the carp are in a Chicago shipping channel, 50 miles from the mouth of the Chicago River. The next stop, Lake Michigan. Certain steps have been taken to stop them, but they aren't foolproof.
The carp have gotten above the electric fence that was intended to keep them out.
If it gets into Lake Michigan, it's going to come to Lake Erie. Lake Erie is the perfect breeding ground for this thing.
Both Unger and Knight believe that there is one way to stop this problem from happening. Close off the only way for these Asian carp to get into the Great Lakes.
It can all be prevented. Shut down that canal. Don't let them into our ecosystem.
Shutting down the shipping canal could also mean the loss of millions of dollars for Illinois.
Well, that shipping channel is used for commercial barge traffic, and that would be a problem. That's a $70 million a year industry that by their numbers.
But fishermen on the Great Lakes say they have more to lose, $4.5 billion. A coordinating regional carp committee is meeting now to figure out the best way to handle the channel and the Asian carp. Unger worries the more time wasted, the more time for the carp to get in.
Ohio can't tell Chicago what to do or tell Illinois what to do, but they should take it upon themselves to see that this could decimate a huge industry.
On Lake Erie, Kristen Severance, the Ohio News Network.
A recent search by the Illinois Department of Natural Resources found no Asian carp past that electronic barrier designed to keep them out of the Great Lakes. However, the Ohio Division of Wildlife said other studies show evidence the fish can get past them.